I was on Netflix the other day because I don't have enough money for Hulu, and I saw that they had come out with another anime adaptation, this time of Bleach. This struck me as odd for two reasons. One, I thought, and I'm still pretty sure, that Bleach was cancelled a few months ago. And two, I haven't seen any reviews of the movie, especially not on the scale of Death Note, and now I think I know why. This was just a not that good movie. It was pretty bad, but not spectacularly bad. It had poor acting, poor pacing, and awful CGI. The messed up all the details, big and small. They pretty much rewrote the plot, and oh my god, this movie was boring as hell. At least the characters were actually Asian this time. Now, I'm not going to comment on how and what they changed in the plot, because almost none of it is actually the same. I will say, however, that all of the fight scenes, of which there are 5, are practically the same, and by the end of the film, what little character growth Ichigo goes through quite literally gets erased. The cinematography was okay, I guess. The lighting felt like a 2005 fan film, and all the shots were kind of the same. They also had a photo shoot for the guy who played Ichigo, so they could have some images to go with Orihime's fantasies. They had 2 different songs for the whole movie, one for fighting and the other for fighting but used less often. I have some other minor gripes for this movie, and yes, you guessed it, you're going to have to listen to me tell them to you. First off, the hollows all look the same. Second, the movie is way too dramatic. Every time one of them pulls a face and does one of those classic anime scenes, one of the subtitles. Every time one of them pulls a face and does one of those classic anime scenes, Every time one of them pulls a face and does one of those classic anime hare scenes, every time one of them pulls a face and does one of those classic anime hare scenes, I immediately burst into laughter. One of the subtitles is adios for when Renji is trying to sound cool, but I was using English subtitles the entire time, so I don't get why they didn't just put bye. The last thing is that Renji fucking stabs Uryu. How do you say that? I don't care. And then the next day, he's back to normal. Also, you know how in the source material, Ichigo is kind of invincible? Now, in this movie, he can get cut in half from his throat all the way to the top of his mouth and still live. The main problem with this movie is that there doesn't really seem to be a point to it besides making a profit, which is ironic considering I don't think it did. Anyway, coming from someone who watched the Emoji Movie 3 times to write an essay on it for school, which I never actually turned in, don't watch this movie. Please. If you value your brain cells. That's going to be it for this video. Just a few announcements I want to make before we go. 1, from now on, I will only be posting 1 video per week now. And 2, I'm also getting a new mic by the end of the week. So, look forward to that. Bye. And please validate me by subscribing to PewDiePie.